automated application onboarding for identity governance, purpose-built for the federal mission. This is Onboard ID from Uber Ether. We can see, based on the Register New Application screen, a custom-tailored interface that is built exactly for the DoD's new mandate. Once an application has been submitted, the identity team immediately gets an alert that they have a new application that they must enact on. We can see this page that shows all of the information about the application that has just been entered. Additionally, we have a review queue that shows exactly which applications need to be reviewed and moved either from the submitted status to approved or rejected because the information isn't complete. By our estimates, it takes between $15,000 and $75,000 to onboard an application in an enterprise today. This brings down those costs to pennies on the dollar. Next, we can see our application Kanban board, where every application that is in flight can be found, whether that's been submitted by the application owner, approved by the development teams, in progress for development itself, or completed and finally archived. A single pane of glass for every application within your enterprise so you know exactly what state it is in at any given time. We can see that the application development team can review any one of these applications, and it's a simple continue through the review process and submit it for updates. If the application submission is complete, the team can immediately move that into the approved column. And going back to our project pipeline, we can see that the J6 Coffee Drinkers application is now in approved and ready to begin work in progress. Another way of managing that is by dragging and dropping the applications across our Kanban board that immediately moves the J6 application to start work. And now, the secret sauce. Once all of the information has been entered and approved, the teams can directly download SailPoint Identity IQ configuration file that can be loaded into the application and the application onboarded, saving hundreds of hours of time and manual configuration that normally happens in a tedious and error-prone SailPoint interface. This allows us to update changes on the fly as they're needed by the application owners without having to bring in more developers or schedule time with the dev teams to integrate the new application releases. In addition to the application onboarding process and project pipelines, we've built in an AI assistant that utilizes your information, your enterprise architectures, your system names and components to help application owners better understand ICAM from top to bottom. They're able to come in and get tailored responses specific to your organization's nomenclature and roles and names immediately within this interface. No more do they have to translate vendor documentation into business names and roles within your organization. We build up a corpus of information with you that every response is tailored just like you were having the meeting in person and helping clarify the information for them directly. If an application owner gets stuck, they can use this interface to ask questions about how to best gather IT roles and business roles. What type of application integration should they be using for the best performance? What type of SSO integration should they be using for the most secure systems? And here's more secret sauce. Our architectural blueprint that goes through and defines everything about your systems, your services, the names you use internally, the products that back them, and helps refine every single response in the system to better direct your users for the most positive results and outcomes. We're excited to launch Onboard ID at Uber Ether and hope that you see the value in managing the thousands of applications across the Department of Defense that have to migrate and move to their centralized IGA systems within the next 24 months. Onboard ID is a production-ready, fixed-price SaaS platform with volume discounts as your application portfolio grows. The same straightforward pricing model for both commercial and government buyers. Let us help you achieve your mission goals. Please reach out to hello@onboard.id today, and we'll be happy to get you on board.